what it is we're facing. You see? And we have to start getting them to give better information. Now I see they had a thing where, they want to sue some of their workers, even in the Pfizer game. And I don't know what that about, but we saw it on the news that they're suing the workers for some reason. The company's suing the workers. I don't get I don't get how you sue the workers, but anyway, you're sitting up on millions of dollars or through the stocks and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like those people ain't got that. They're working for a regular paycheck. When we really look at it, so they're not getting that much to be able to even defend against a major company that, like Pfizer, that would be suing their employees. You know what I'm saying? So we really want to know what that about when we look at it. Because we don't see any eye to eye here. And we see a reverse psychology of maybe good information or maybe information that you deem not good information and misinformation. But who's to check the checker? Because if we don't check the checker, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, General always said, like the General always said, the General Chavez said, you say, who's going to check? If they're the one doing all the science, all the work, all the groove, all this, they're the one saying coming out, and we got to do that. But who's checking the checker? You know what I mean? If they're the checker, then we got to check the checker. Because if you don't, then your pockets will always come up short. I like that one. The General Chavez, so city. You know what I mean? Doing his thing. There's a little bit of confusion going on over there, and I hope not. Because I liked the unification that the brother showed, and I hope he ain't on some false pretense. I'm not accusing the general of anything, but the sergeant have to make sure he stay in arms. You see what I'm saying? So we still see, because my man Farah, I don't know what direction he went in, but he really surprised me with that. You know what I mean? And I hope it has, it is his. So he has to deal with it. But we're still looking at dimension of, even when it comes down to something like that we see that's going on, and now it's a new one and a new one and a new one. So, but we're not saying that we don't, respect the fact that they're trying to do this and do that to make sure that the people get what they need. What we're saying is the information that from the very beginning, even going back to the very beginning, coming into New York State, at a rate where it hit the news, and it was a constant barrage. You see. And then Cuomo, was doing his thing, and so on and so on and so on. You know what I mean? To the point where it became a problem where people started, getting out of hand, and the next thing all of a sudden we stuck in a lineup. And then people were good then, and then after they start lining up, then they start saying they weren't feeling good again, and then, they had to go back, and then they get lined up, and then they say it was stars. You know what I'm saying? So now we're looking at the whole fact of the matter that came in, and this went in and into, 5 or 6 trillion people, and now we don't see where, it really got any better in any shape or form, but only to talk of more. How do you like it? How do you like it? We see the talk of that song, going on, and we need to find out what that is about, because if we continue with the more, how do you like it? How do you, and this game that they're playing, on the people, and I heard they have to increase now, making, other joints to now booster that up, in that song, you know what I mean? And that seems to be going right back where we started from, just, over the top. So we have to start to look and investigate into what it is that is really going on, and they need to come correct and tell us, because what you had told us in the very beginning didn't make no sense at all. Even Anthony for Fox, the weasel, he was flip-flopping. I mean, by the millions. And we're talking about lawmakers and people, highfalutin people in highfalutin positions within the government. That is basically being caught in many different lies and vulgarity, vulgarness, underneath also, as well as up front in your face. You see, where they go over there in other countries and they get away with all the blood, things that go on. I mean, and then when they come over here, they in your face acting like, oh, I'm so prissy, I'm just, the president of the United States, and I don't never, ever, ever do wrong, and I abide by the law. Because the law is not what you, the public, say it is. The law is what I say it is. And that type of behavior is going on as we see. And they call it misinformation. When somebody speaks up about it, doesn't make much sense at all when we look at this thing from that perspective. You see,